because you said now, I want to ask you about now. I want to monopolize the stage and ask you problems that I'm facing and the questions that I'm sort of thinking about. And we are right now, my 3-year and 4-month-old son, school admission chal rahi hai abhi. It's a very, people who are familiar will know how it's not a very pleasant process. So Gurudev, I want to ask you some of the questions that I have been asked in school interviews.
Okay.
Or I've heard have been asked, and I want you to give me advice on how to answer them.
Acha.
And hopefully I'll get into whichever school I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And these are real questions that have actually been asked. This one was asked to me at a school interview. It really stumped me. Would you like a school to cherish and protect the child's innocence and naivete, or rather expose the child to the harsh realities of the world? Between these two extremes, which would you prefer the school do to the child?
Middle path. A little bit of that, a little bit of that.
Okay. How would you explain, these are real questions, how would you explain love jihad to a 4-year-old?
It's too early, it's out of syllabus.
How do you explain to your child why the nanny has to sit on a different table and eat?
Well, she can have her peace of mind to eat what she wants to eat and not take care of the child when she is eating.
Would you like your school to have male, female, and other bathroom?
Definitely. Definitely, that's been happening from a long time. Unless it's an aeroplane case where, yeah.
Good at this idea, it's something we've talked about a lot at home, is, encouraging the child to think and reflect internally before they really need to. Is that an easy answer for you to say, of course, or is it something you've thought about and said that there should be, the offer, should be seen as...
See, children by nature are very inquisitive. Your 3-year-old son, you would have already noticed, he pours you with so many questions.
Yes.
I mean,
I thought because he's a journalist's son, so yeah.
No. Every child, you will see that happening. They just pour so many. It's quite natural to them. We only need to encourage the spirit of inquiry in them. नहीं तो हम क्या कहते हैं ऐसा क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछना चाहिए अरे चुप रहो चुप नहीं कराना चाहिए बच्चों जब प्रश्न पूछते हैं उनको पूछने देना चाहिए. And this is the only culture in the whole world which has encouraged in the past asking questions. कहीं पर भी नहीं था. यहाँ पर एक उपनिषद ही है, प्रश्नोपनिषद. तो प्रश्न पूछो और सोच के फिर जो तुमको होना कर. भगवान श्री कृष्ण भी इतना 700 श्लोक कहने के बाद बोलते हैं विमर्श कर, तुम सोच के जो मैंने बोला बोल दिया, तुम सोच के जैसे तुमको लगता है ऐसे कर. वो जो एक फ्रीडम देते हैं ना वो इंटेलेक्चुअल, वो हमारे परंपरा में है.
Guruji, which is a very important piece you're coming to, which again a thing that bothers me, I think about a lot, not bothers me, I think about a lot, is, आप जो कह रहे हैं ये, it's actually the very essence of what India is, I feel, is this idea of questioning and free speech and free thought. It's a big part of our land. Or I keep meeting people, especially business people, we're at IMC, so I can say, especially business people, who don't seem very invested in free speech. ये free speech जो है, ये journalists और academics का लड़ाई लड़ते रहो, but हमको जाके दुबई में रहने का है, हमको सिंगापुर में रहने का. They're not that, they don't appreciate the value that brings to society. And actually, as you're saying, that free speech seems to be at the heart of everything. It's the heart of a child asking a question in school. It's at the heart of any creative, innovative thought. So ये Dubai, Singapore का, you know, जहाँ पे you can't say a word, you're absolutely, I mean, there's no free speech at all. How do you reconcile this?
Like all these different models in the world have something good in them and something not so good in them. Same with Russia. Administration is very high-handed, but there are certain good things happening there. You know, when the former East European countries, when they were freed from Russian hold, communist era, you see those people were very service-minded. They're very cooperative. Togetherness tha, teamwork tha, which was totally missing in the Western Europe.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say, take the best from everywhere. And you get so many examples around the world, so many models, and you walk your way.
Wonderful. Gurudev, we have, I have a lot I want to talk to you about, and I can keep talking to you for hours. But we have to get to audience questions. So before I get to audience questions, I think I'll do my rapid fire with you.
Yeah.
And then, and you can answer as long or short as you want, but it's a rapid fire. So keep that in mind. Gurudev, education or experience? You would pick one, what would you pick?
Education itself is an experience.
Hindutva or Hinduism? Which word do you like more?
Hinduism.
What is India aside?
In fact, I would say Sanatan Dharma. Because these two words have already been picked by some different political parties.
India aside, any other country in the world that you would like to live in? If not India, which country in the world would you like to live in?
I live everywhere in the world and nowhere.
Okay. The last time you have disagreed with PM Modi?
Well, you know, I'm like a mirror. When things are in front of me, I reflect. The moment those incident, event, people move away, I'm clean again. So I don't keep all those memories in me. गुरु एक दर्पण होते हैं, तो वो कोई मेमोरी को पकड़ के बैठे, मैंने इनको डांटा या इनको ये किया, मैंने ये सब, नहीं तो फिर गुरु नहीं हो सकते.
Wonderful. Would you recommend? Should we legalize gay marriage in India?
I think they're already done, no? No?
Gay marriage. We have decriminalized homosexuality.
Decriminalized.
We have decriminalized homosexuality. We've not legalized gay marriage.
Well, it doesn't. See, marriage is an institution where it's not just between two people, it's the whole family tree, then the children go, all that. I don't know how it will fit in this country and how much it has worked in abroad. I have no idea.
Gurudev, I'm going to name a few people and I want you to give short advice to each of the individuals I list.
Oh.
So what advice, spiritual advice or whatever advice, what advice today would you give Putin?
Putin.
Putin.
Relax and stop what you're doing.
What advice would you give Zelensky?
Don't hype your victimhood.
What advice would you give Xi Jinping?
World has moved away from communism long back.
What advice would you give Gautam Adani? It's IMC, I have to ask business.
He's a very nice person, It's business. Business goes up and down, and he has big responsibility in the whole country. I'm sure he will come back and do what he has to do.
Do you view that whatever has happened and whatever report has come, do you view that as an attack on India, or is it an attack on one entity?
Well, I would reserve to say anything about it because unless I study things in depth, I don't comment on those things.
I respect that. What advice would you give Uddhav Thackeray?
Listen, if they ask for me an advice, then I will give them that. I don't want my advice to be orphans hanging in the space and nobody owns them.
So,
Okay.
I'll try one last person, and you can reserve if you don't want to. Advice to give Rahul Gandhi.
I think the same answer applies there also.
I can go on for hours. I want to talk to you about the environment. I want to talk to you about pollution. I want to talk to you about changing family structure. I want to talk to you about Pathan and Bollywood. And, I want to know if you've seen it. But I don't have the time. I'm out. I've taken more than my 35 allocated minutes.